Hey, this is John, and I have a simple shoulder release for you. All you need is a lacrosse ball, which is pretty firm, or tennis balls work. Golf balls are a bit slick, so actually a lacrosse ball, which you can buy either online or at most sporting goods stores, is the ideal. So you're going to take this, you're going to drop it into or put it between you and the wall, hence the balls to the wall for the title for this video. But right here, put it in kind of just inside the edge. You can feel your shoulder blade, or at least you should have a pretty, even if you can't put your arm back there, have a pretty intuitive sense of where your shoulder blade is. Find that inside edge. And kind of hold the ball between that part of your spine, or that part of your back, I should say, and the wall. And now you're standing upright so you can control how much pressure goes into your tissues with the ball. Now you may want to move around a little bit, maybe up and down, kind of on that inside edge, of the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades kind of sit up on your shoulders. They rest on your ribs. They move around. We want that good movement. We want that good mobility. This will help release them. And by connection, it helps your shoulders function better as well, which is really the point of this shoulder focus here. So you're going to move it around, maybe up and down. Maybe find a spot that's really, really tender, really spicy, let's call it. You can stay there just applying some pressure. Now this is something you can stay in this spot for a minute. You can stay there 5 minutes. You're going to feel a lot of release. I know it might be a little uncomfortable. And just stay in one spot. Remember, you can always stand up a little bit straighter too if you want to take off a little bit of that pressure. Now make sure you go to the other side as well, kind of rolling up and down to find those spots, or maybe around a little bit. You should be able to feel very distinctly the outside edges of the scapula, the shoulder blade itself. And just go on the soft tissue, but wherever, of course, there's tissue over those bones as well. But the thickest part, and where you'll probably find the most release, is on that tissue on the inside edge of the shoulder blade. Now after you do this on each side, bring it up to your traps. That's the big muscles that kind of sit up here on the top of your shoulders, upper part of your back. And these areas as well are often very tight, spicy, painful. They want to compensate for a lot of things. You can do that on both sides. Just again, get on one side, move around a little bit until you feel some spots that are really tight, some of those trigger points. You just stay right there, holding that for at least a minute. I know it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but hold it for at least a minute, maybe longer if you can. You can do this as often as you need, and probably more often than you want to be quite honest. But if you do it consistently, I promise it will get easier.